That was my.
Yeah, you sound good. It's a good thing I happen to be looking at my OBS monitor. Yep. So I realized it because I saw the desktop audio sound kick up. Hey, shit happens. I mean, it's not necessarily her thing. Yeah, I saw that thing. There we go, yeah. Yeah, that was, interesting. Not my cup of tea, but, I have a thing against laugh tracks. Yeah, some of these people have made, careers out of this stuff. Yeah. Once you've got... when you told me about it, I thought, when you said a video for Lelepon's, I thought it was like a music group. I thought it was going to be a music video like the thing she did with Sublime. It was a job. I am gonna grab myself a soda real quick. We should be going live in about 2 minutes. Alright, looks like they're hitting the track. I was just about to hit the button. All right. Here we go. Jeremiah Weed. All right, thanks.
Okie dokie.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Aero 88 Series. I'm your host, Sean Reap, back in the booth with the man, the myth, the monster, Milt Jr. How you doing, buddy?
What's
Ready to kick
up?
off another season?
You betcha. Here we go.
Yeah, season 34 here at FSB, if you can believe it. I've been doing this a long time, and still kicking, and we've got great turnout tonight, over 24 cars qualifying. And you see on the pole, Slim Jim Gately. Yeah, everything old is new again. Slim's just right back where he left off, and Ken Hansen gave it a strong run last season, looking to make another one. Puts it on the outside pole there with the number 9 car. And didn't mention on the lead in here, this is Texas World Speedway. This is a great track in Texas, obviously, but I lived an hour and a half away from this track for 6 years and didn't know it was there because they weren't using it for NASCAR. They're using it for like IndyCar tests. But it's a 2-mile D oval, kind of like California and Michigan, but a little bit faster. Very wide, lots of traction. You can see there's that Victory Lane that people are jumping on pit road right now. If you look above my head here on the screen. Really fun track. It's a neat historical track we get to run here. And you'll see a lot of high speed, a lot of drafting, multiple lines. But then the tire management, it will come into play. It was definitely a factor on Tuesday night. And the guys that went hard at the start of the run, they didn't have the tires left to pass at the end. So, as always, tire management is key here on a Friday night.
Well, looking at qualifying here, no surprises there. The man, the myth, and snap yourself into a Slim Jim on pole there, Slim Jim Gately. And, of course, Ken Hansen, after a great season last year, is right back there up in front. The venerable one, Pops Marguson in third, and Cody Dawson in 93.
Yeah, relative newcomer Cody Dawson there in that 93 car, making a strong qualifying effort here tonight. He showed some super speedway prowess in our off-season TCR event that some of you may have caught me doing the drive-in stream on, and so this track should suit him. And man, look for him to be a sleeper tonight as he makes, I believe, his Friday night debut. And then behind him, you got Jeff Hale. Speaking of super speedway aces, he's there in the 5th spot. T.G. Reese gave a strong run in the trucks last night. John Doucette, as you see, parked right there above me on the infield grass after making a jump. There you got the number 6 Pepsi machine. Probably one of the Mopars in the field tonight. Fellow Canadian to John Doucette, Dan Jones, and my teammate in the 007. Puts a nice top 10 qualifying run in there. Billy Yarbrough making another Friday night return here. Good to see him coming back for the summer season. The 54 car. Isaac Johnson. Isn't that kid supposed to be in school? But just because his dad's running the series, he thinks he can come out here out of nowhere on a Friday night. Good to see the 72 car.
He's way smarter than I am.
Yeah, that's a smart kid. He's going to school for engineering on a academic scholarship, full ride. I know his dad Ryan starting right there, 11th behind him.
Come on, son.
He's quite proud of him, as we all are.
Right,
as mentioned, Ryan Johnson's 59 car, our series admin, Isaac's dad, starts there P11. Rick Bisconner in the 109. Jonathan Jones returning in that Armor All. T-Bird, the number 77, starts
nice
lucky 13th. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's one of the cars I painted that's out there tonight. So gotta root for that one. I mean, come on. Bob Dixon puts the 43 machine P14. A number change this year for young Will Farmer. He'll be doing the number 95 Lightning McQueen cars scheme. Let's get through the rest of this quickly as we have, in typical fashion, blabbed a while. John the Dog Palmer in the 108, Rick Castle in the 124, 55 Evan Castle in the 18th spot. Francis the Bandit Dittman in the 00. Jeff Habbick in the 101 rounds out your top 20. Ed Fowler coming back to a Friday night. Newcomer Keith Cordier, fellow New Jersey driver, friend of the Farmer family. Bill and Will Farmer are series sponsors. So he'll be making his Friday night debut as well, I believe, here in that 25 car.
Yo, Jersey!
Yeah, Jersey represent. Diamond Dave Simons in the 23rd spot in the 02 car. Mark DeRocket DeSenza taking the provisional again. Chet Barkin, haven't seen him in a little while. He starts the next car. It took a provisional, and
very strange for the champ there to start out the season.
Yeah, he does that in some of these tracks, these draft tracks. Then the 96 of Ken Hill brings it. And again, series sponsor Bill Farmer. Those will round out your field.
Well, it's going to be good. New pieces, big old field. Let's get it on. Jim Ray in the house. What's up? Fresh from knee surgery. He's all doped up on a few pills there. Got some nice titanium screws in his leg and ready to rehab here.
Yeah, Jim, they give you the good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, what I saw in practice was the high line was what guys were running, and the bottom, you get pinched down on the bottom, car gets loose. I saw the 101 Jeff Habbick trying to work on his steering there.
And here we go.
Trying to come up on the bottom.
Green flag in the air as Slim Jim Gately leads him off into turn 1. And season 34 is officially kicked off.
Wow, 34 seasons. 15 plus years?
Yeah, oh, wow, they pinched really close together there behind Jeff Hale coming off turn 2, but everybody held on to it. We got 2 cars around going into turn 3.
Cars around. Bob Dixon into the wall. Evan Castle. The Sid's a hard lick in the rear.
Hey, now.
Yeah, that's personal, man,
Oh, that is not the start.
The looseness of this track.
That is not the start your defending champion was looking to get to this season, as he has taken a hard hit to that number 3 machine.
Bam, bam, thank you, man.
I don't think the Rocket's saying thank you there.
55, Evan Castle has retard. Yeah, in my opinion, you definitely want to qualify up front in the first race of the season just to limit your chances of, getting into the big one. 2-season jitters. We're not sure. I mean, maybe he spun it in qualifying. You never know, but
yeah,
so
that sort of thing does happen when you're going for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me.
A lot.
Yeah. Where I wreck almost every time qualifying? I'm probably going to jinx myself for this season. Indy. I can't qualify at Indy. I can rock off laps that are good enough for the pole in practice. I go out there to qualify. I wreck it on the second lap almost every single time.
That track is so unique that there's no other track you can race to prepare for Indianapolis.
Meanwhile, we got what happened here. Looked like McQueen just misjudged his entry to 3 there. Nosed up into the 43 of Bob Dixon. Kachinga. Oh, a lot of hard wrecks there. Hard hits.
Yeah, obviously not what he wanted to do. Everybody's so excited about the season and the friendship, fellowship, and the racing to come. And, that's the last thing he wanted to do. But that's racing. You can practice, and we were watching practice, and then when the race comes, can't map this out. That's what makes it so exciting. It's never the same. It's not like a shoot 'em up video game where you go out there and you know you're going to be on this map, and because the map changes every time. It could be the same tracks, but never going to
Yeah.
happen the same way twice.
And there you have it. Hard left side impact
Tough
for
for
Evan Castle.
Yeah, Evan Castle too, minding his own business there, just got wrecked. And you know, we've seen some really good runs out of the 55, and I'm sure he was looking at improving the season here, but a long season, so. You know, it's just a great thing to be out there, you know.
Absolutely.
You know,
It sounds
racing
like you're
like
watching some
fibers.
basketball in the background there.
Oh, maybe I should turn that down a little bit. I'll do that on my first Budweiser break here.
So I believe Evan Castle's the only one to retire from that. Haven't checked the standings again here. Oh, this is
Looks
confusing.
like the 25 of is getting a lucky dog here on this. So was he already a lap down?
Yeah, he is showing a lap down. Maybe he missed the start. But he's also he's running the old 25 Slim Jim car from back when Jim Gately drove the 25.
Yeah, so we got two slim. Snap yourself into a Slim Jims out there.
You'll see, we got Slim Jim and Slim Jim. Hey, Brad Otto checking in the YouTube chat. Good to see you, Brad.
Another Fresno boy right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Got the Milt meter working overtime already, folks. That's why I assigned it to a button on my my Razor Tartarus that I don't use otherwise.
Well, look at the list of drivers. Kate Cordier. That's how he's. What's his first name?
It's Keith Cordier.
Keith Cordier.
He pronounces it Cordier. He pronounces it Cordier. We did get a clarification on that. I would have pronounced it Cordier if he hadn't said that.
Exactly. Well, welcome to the league, Keith, and well, here we go. Welcome to Pro Sim Racing.
Yeah, well, he's going to be back on the lead lap now, and he missed that first wreck. So, here's his mulligan. This time we'll take it in single file, and hopefully people can get those tires heated up, get it sorted out, and get to racing. Oh no, I lost Pop's car. Oh yeah, I'm showing a 99 in a default right now.
The Scotch Blue Ford? Are you kidding me? The iconic car of
yeah, he
FSB.
he said he re-uploaded everything, but it didn't show for me. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay, I don't think he understands. Looks like the 25, as noted, he's new to sim racing, new to the league.
Yeah, that was
didn't quite get the memo.
You know?
Didn't get the memo on the Lucky Dog procedure, I guess. We'll get that kink worked out. But
yeah, I don't even know how that works. We didn't have that one back in the day, you know.
Yeah, what we do now, we have the Lucky Dog recipient pit with the lap cars as normal and intentionally get a speeding penalty or an unsafe exit, or preferably both. And that sends them to the end of the longest line, and then we just add a lap, and we're back to green as Ken Hansen spins the tires, wiggles that Coors Thunderbird all over the front stretch, but hangs on. I was starting to say about Pops, and oh, looks like the 007's going way up the hill into turn 1 there. Can he hold it? Oh, he's stuck against the fence.
Well, I mean, as a driver, you have to be mindful, and we got cars
Oh,
going around again.
We've got the big one in turn 2. 007 retired on the spot. It looks like he just got wall sucked, and when it popped off,
Well,
it was a
what I was
bad
going
scene.
to say was you got to be mindful of seeing guys crashing early. You got to get those tires warmed up. You got to back off a little bit. You know, man. Just saying there. So let's see what happened.
I'm tracking that down now. I'm not sure he didn't have a little help to start that.
Yeah, and that's also about following. I mean,
As you can see there,
you
007
need
goes
to
into
give
one.
space, just like the interstate. You know.
Yeah, you see Dan went in there high into turn one. Got a little shot from behind on the entry. That stuck him in the fence.
Well,
And
he may have got looked like he was almost loose a little bit.
I think he got popped. And then as everyone saw him stuck up there, they reacted, and the rest was chaos.
Yep, sorry for everyone out there. Blew fourth gear, didn't know where else to go.
Ah, that explains a lot.
So that explains a lot right there. We were trying to wax philosophical on this, and
I've never blown fourth gear ever.
Oh wow, that's
couldn't go low, get out of people's way, so had to
he lost fourth gear
up the wall.
So
okay.
That's
what I thought, and I was a little bit worried.
But
I just went because I was like, "Well, I'm not about to."
That setup is so tight, so good, and it's like soft rubber on good warm asphalt. It was like glue, man.
Right on. Thanks. So you gonna hang out or?
Yeah, I'll hang out. Might as well watch the race.
Yeah. Tough luck.
Yeah,
well,
happens,
that's sim
right?
racing, folks. You know.
Yep. Sometimes these things happen.
Well, we do get all, like serious and stuff, but really, at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship. And but we take our sim racing seriously, and we try to talk it up best we can and have fun with it. Yeah, if you haven't watched me before, probably about 50% of the time I'm wrong. So at least.
Wow, actually, I'm watching the replay again. It looks like there were several different things going on here at once. Look at this thing again.
Wow, that was like 6 wide right there. Wow.
Somebody, I can't remember
crazy,
who, but
man.
Yeah, they tried to go with me thinking I was going to go places, but kind of stalled him out.
Yeah, exactly. That was just a recipe for disaster.
Here is onboard Ken Hill.
What am I going to do?
Onboard Ken Hill here is that all fanned out, and he got in the back of someone hard to the wall. That probably did some motor damage. Yeah, tough break for Ken Hill there. I guess he just didn't see it stacking up in time. I'd like to thank Ken Hill, though, for sponsoring the Truck Series this season. Picked up a sponsor there, so thanks, Ken, and hopefully better luck next time, because that car is not going to be up to speed after a hit like that.
Well, I'm on a delay a little bit, but now I'm watching it. I can see him like backing off, going, okay, this is looking bad. I need to back off, but okay, maybe the cars on the outside of me are going to do what they're going to do. I can go kind of down lower to the middle, and then all of a sudden it just started clogging up.
And you know what? We can't even.
And it was like, and he was getting out of it a little bit,
I just realized we can't even blame the broadcaster jinx today because we didn't pick anybody.
Ah, man.
It's too late for that. Yeah, too late.
Yeah, it's just,
too late for that, especially with DeRocket already damaged. I mean, that eliminates a strong candidate right there.
And definitely I've way too much to drink already. I got off of work way too early, so. It's Oscar in the house.
Wait, there's the first time you ever heard that phrase. Milt, you got off of work way too early.
Well, we start early, so.
You're getting a Miltism for that one.
Ding! It's Oscar. What's up, buddy? He's, another smart brother like you, by the way.
So you keep setting me up with all this stuff about me being smart. It just makes me feel dumber when I do something stupid.
Well, that's like one out of 20 times.
It's a regular enough occurrence.
So. You are human, so.
The lights are off on that pace car.
Broadcast looking great. Knock on wood, dude. Misery for some brings opportunities for others. So we see a lot of drivers here that, would love a top 10 finish. This Pro Sim Racing, these are great drivers. It's a huge field. It takes a ton of work to even get here and be accepted as a member of this league. And then you got to race each other. So there's a lot of guys thinking, I got a chance now. I missed some of that stuff,
All right, Slim Jim leads him back to green one more time. And let's hope this one sticks.
Backing up a little, about P11, really close there. Ryan Johnson, Jonathan Jones, and they kind of lined it back up. Billy Yarborough, all season vets right there. Kind of, as we get to the line here, now they get great spacing. Isaac Johnson, what hasn't he won? And his whole mindset when he shows up, it's all about, if he doesn't win, he's disappointed. The winner in life and a great talent, and that's his. But he's got a huge mountain to climb here as he takes a look at John Doucette. Got to do what we were saying earlier, though, and let those tires warm up and get some racing here and see what you can do.
Yep, you got to warm up. You got to keep in that draft. Your priorities here is keep the right side on your car so you don't hurt the aero. Keep the tires under it so that you still got some maneuverability at the end of the run. And nail that green flag stop. Because that's where your separation will come in.
I like what I see, the grip level. It's just guys having to deal with 2-3 wide. There's definitely 2 wide racing available on this track with the physics I'm seeing here.
Absolutely.
Just get it going here. In good grip. It's just you got to watch that oversteer coming out when you're on the bottom.
Yeah, Dan and I ran this chicken run on Tuesday night, the warm-up race for the series, and this is just a great setup, great track. Do you remember what the pit window was on that? Oh, someone's in the grass in turn 1 and 2. I think the pit window is about 18-20 laps here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Pops in his car either, so...
I tried to get to that before, and then we kept wrecking.
He's
been re-uploading his cars, and I think he changed the file name on them. So I guess he was attempting to re-upload it, so all those people who keep saying I don't have Pops' cars could re-download it.
Hi to the whole Morrison family, Toby, all the wives and kids. Pops is a huge grandpa with grandkids everywhere, and a wonderful man, and still a great racer. I don't even know how old he is, but he's pretty much he's the oldest guy, and he can still rock and roll. TG Reese running well here in P5, starting to get going here. Now we got some laps in the tires here. Now you got tire temp. You're up around probably 200 or so, or you don't want to get that right front up to 240. That's no bueno, but Ken Hansen kind of getting usurped here. We're seeing two wide racing now. The bottom line has that, getting loose coming out. Now it's starting to work with Pops and TG Reese and Isaac Johnson.
Meanwhile, I found who was in the grass. It was the 25 of Keith Cordier. He just got loose down the apron and parked that other Slim Jim machine in the grass, but no caution, and we kept going.
Yeah, Jim was saying Pops has always been the age limit. He pretty much has.
Actually, we've had older.
Yeah, but we just always, he was like the venerable one. I don't know, Trans Am champion, Winston Cup champion. He can get it done. Cody Dawson in 93.
Yeah, hanging tough there.
Oh, this guy, never seen him. Did pretty good.
Yeah, he's done some good things in Super Speedway racing I've seen so far, as we ride on board now side by side with the 29 of Jeff Hale.
You see a guy that shows up and he's been around. He's been racing somewhere.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim Wright.
Hey, Kim. Thanks for checking in. Sorry your man Jeff got caught up in the first wreck, I believe. He's still hanging in there, though. And we've settled down to, well, I wouldn't say settled down as we're 2 and 3 wide around the track.
Taking a look, and it's really close. Isaac Johnson made several passes, and Isaac is really good, and he is all over Cody now. Outside in, inside out, outside line working really good, side by side. This is, in NASCAR 2003, with the physics available, you don't see that very, always. The league always strives to try to find tracks that have those type of physics, like the BR tracks.
And part of it, what helps is that the truck physics on the California, Michigan, and Texas World layout is what produces this type of multi-groove racing. And you also see the same thing at Atlanta 97, that big, wide 1.5 miler. Many grooves.
Oh, wow, Jeff Hale has to get out of it. That's a great job by Jeff. And we haven't mentioned him, but don't forget about this guy. This guy has won so much. And when he gets the bit between his teeth and he starts coming, you better worry about that 29 behind you.
Yeah, that's why I switched to his roof view as they go to lap Keith Cordier here.
Hey, great run by Keith, though, staying clean and, getting out of the way. Just, everything about sim racing is hard.
Yeah, this is a Friday night on this track's got to be pretty intimidating if you're not experienced.
And, that...
Well, look at this run, the 72 and the 29 get.
That kind of stuff. Oh my gosh.
Hale just pushes Isaac down the backstretch.
I'm telling you, man, I've had that 29 in my mirror a lot back in the day, and that gets your attention. You look in the mirror more than you look with maybe some other guys, because this guy out of the gate is like, secretariat. Like
secretariat. There you go. That's another Miltism for you. And I know if I'm stuck in the back of the field and I see that 29 back there with me, that's whose bumper I'm looking for.
But Cody Dawson down low. I mean, wow.
And Cody's hanging tough there all by himself. He has almost no drafting help down there. As these three cars, the 72, the 29, and the 99, are trying to work together around him. Oh, we're gonna hang Isaac out now, and Cody. I think Slim Jim's liking seeing this because he can just run a nice smooth line. You can see the virtual wind on a Speedway. Yeah, I mean, they used to say Dale Earnhardt could see air, and Jim Ray saying that Jeff Hale can see the virtual wind.
He's the wind whisperer.
I call him the Pied Piper because, yeah, him and I have had similar success. He's won more races, but I've won more championships in the Super Speedway Series. But if I pull out to make a move on the high side, I get hung out. If he pulls out to make a move, the entire field goes with him and pushes him past me.
Look at this field. Look at this gaggle of cars here, all over each other, side by side. Welcome to FSB Racing.
Yeah. Hey guys, we haven't even gotten to the first pit stop.
Yeah, you know, right? You should kind of be taking her easy.
Oh, a little dicey there as Hale looks to do the crossover. It didn't quite work out. Bump drafting on the front stretch is not something I recommend at a D-oval like this.
Well, Jonathan Jones in the 77's looking really slippery in that Armor All car.
I think he's just biding his time right here. I think he sees all this in front of him. I've talked to him. He took a long time off. He had some family issues to deal with there, but we're glad to have him back. But he's expressed to me this season his goal is just to finish every race he enters. And that's actually one of the hardest things to do. Yeah, because you know he can win. You know he's a winner. But to hang back and just bide your time, it's the right thing to do to get reacclimated to things. But man, it's tough when you know you're fast.
I think
Billy Arborough and Kid Hansen are kind of trading back and forth here. They don't want to lose the draft here. See Bill's many race winner. He's definitely kind of lying back, and I think the Nine's doing the same thing there. And definitely Bill Farmer wants to stay on this group and hope they stay on. They don't battle and lose that draft. On the tail end of that is Rick Castle in the 124. And he's losing some ground here. You need about 1.5 seconds. He's about halfway there. He needs to keep his foot in it and try to stay with this draft. Got a second gaggle of cars that have lost.
You see that now being led by Ed Feller.
And they're basically most of that group is damaged. So.
Yeah, I think everybody we're looking at here, except maybe Francis, I think has been involved in a wreck.
And track position is huge too, because if your damaged car draft buddies are as fast, not going to push you even if you don't have damage as fast as it would if you were in that lead pack.
Yeah, Jim Ray saying he thinks the pit exit. The pit exit? No, the entrance to the pits. Okay. Yeah, pit exit entrance banking is going to get somebody if it stays green. Actually, and here we go. We got green flag stops happening right now. Lap 28.
Right
oh, 29's around. Hale's around. And
he got
hit.
nailed. And three people in the accident.
Piled in twice there. I think Jonathan Jones got a piece of it.
Well, then you could have that. But
that was indeed.
Jim was right on the money there, because as a driver, if you don't practice these pit stops, you're crazy, I mean, that's the most important thing, I think, Blow the pit stop, you're done.
Yeah, that's probably good Jonathan in.
Chaos here. Are we green still, or?
We are, because that all happened on pit road entrance.
modes to, again, qualifying up front and staying in that lead pack. It's just a race like that. Yeah, every time.
I'll ride the chase view.
As soon as you plan something, something else happens.
Oh, man.
And then Jonathan tried to take off, and he got nailed again.
Oh, he couldn't see what was coming up behind him so easily. He tried to guess where Hale was going to be, tried to shoot the gap, and he got hit from behind.
There's not nothing. You're at max braking right there. You're barely going to make it with nobody in front of you. You're trying to get down to, 55 or what?
55 here. It's a double nickel speed.
So you're pushing the backs, and then there's a car parked there. It's not like you just turn like you're on the highway and turn left. You start to turn the wheel, it doesn't turn, and then you start locking up the tires, and then the thing starts getting sideways, and then you run right into somebody. You got like one reaction, and it's tough luck for Jonathan. That's how quick it happens, man.
Yep. Jonathan got nailed twice, and Rick Castle piled into him, and I think Bill Farmer would be okay, though, on that one.
Yeah, it was a nose hit, though, so that could
be just enough.
Yeah.
Wow, Jeff Hale, I don't see him often make that mistake coming in.
Well, it's funny because I was trying to talk about I was trying to talk about Jim making that call there, and our experience on Tuesday night when we did this is it wasn't that hard to pit here.
Well, it depends.
I thought it was easier than Michigan or California.
Well, it depends on the stress level and how many cars around you. There was like 3 cars all there, and that distracts you, you know.
So places I consider hard to pit under green are like Dover. Dover's one of the hardest in the entire circuit, because if you're coming in for a green flag stop at Dover, your tires are shot. I mean, they are just wasted. And you've got that curving pit wall coming around. And if you slide, you're going to nail that sucker and kill the car. As worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you slide past it and come to a stop on the track.
Goes around and spins all the way on the grass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bleh. I think he blew chunks there. I mean, he's still spinning. Is it still green? He's still
We're under caution. We are under caution.
We are under caution. Oh my gosh, man. I mean, that was the turntable right there.
And here we have it. He had the 29 of Jeff Hale behind him.
Yeah.
Well,
he's got that heavy rear end damage.
Yeah, no downforce at all.
Well, hammered. I was thinking hammy because that rhymes with Sammy. You know?
Maneuver my hammy, Sammy.
But he did kind of, have too much speed coming out of turn 2 there, and then was trying to correct a little. So that was kind of and like you guys said, that was the lack of downforce.
Yeah, it's light coming off there to begin with. He had a car behind him he might not have had there a lap before. And that'll catch up to you in a hurry. So, not what Jonathan was looking for tonight, but just keep plugging away, get the seat time. After an incident like that, one thing I might do... One thing I would do to try and ensure that I could finish after something like that and damage to the rear end, making the car loose, is you can come in and turn on stability control if you want to under the driving aids, and just turn laps and let that help you keep the rear end under the car.
Well, is there like a pit crew guy that can do that for you, or
no? When you're in your pit box, you just hit escape and go to your options.
I'm a driver, man. I gotta click switches.
His name's so long.
No, you can do it. When you're in your pit box, you can hit escape, and as long as you don't retire,
actually,
just hit your options.
Good point. I never even thought of doing that because you get discouraged when you're spinning all the time, so you pull in.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm that guy too.
Me too.
Like, I'm done.
Well, I've done it before.
If I can't win, I'm done.
I've done it before. I've even started races where I wasn't confident. I've started races with the stability control on.
Whoa!
Until I got the feeling.
What was that? 2 tires for, wow, that,
Yeah, it looks like some 2-tire stops in the field. But yeah, I've started races with
Cody Dawson just blasts out of the pit road there.
I've started with
He's messing around, folks.
I've started races with the stability on just to get the feel for it, and when I stop feeling the stability control kick in, that's when I know I've got the line down. Turn it off, and then you can go faster, you can pass cars, and you got the handle on it.
Right on. Yeah, that's a good idea. Looks like Jonathan Jones picked up a point for leading here.
That's Doucette.
Oh, that's Doucette? 77?
6 is showing as leader on the ticker here.
Oh, okay. Well, he's behind a pace car right now. Maybe he's a lap down then.
Yeah, he's tail end.
Who painted the 93 car? That's a bitchin' paint job right there.
That's a
Crown Royal car, too.
That's pretty hard to distinguish.
Yeah, but
it comes across kind of muddy here.
I like the ghostly appearance of it, man.
Looks like they intentionally made it look kind of. They got bullet holes.
I just came to the league. Guess what? I'm here to win this race.
There you go. It's supposed to have kind of that rat rod feel there, bullet holes in it and everything.
Cody Dawson. I'm the sheriff in town here.
My car may not be shiny, but I'm fast.
Absolutely.
Do you guys remember Mark Fravert?
No.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, he had that number 44 car. Looked like it came straight out of the junkyard. I think the joke was that people just kept bugging him to get a car. He was showing up in a default. Speaking of defaults, I'm seeing Francis in a default on my main computer, but I've got his car on the laptop. What the heck? Anyway, so Fravert had that car. It looked like it had been put together in a scrapyard. It was awesome. It was like more trashed than a derby car.
Trying to figure out what's going on with Bill Yarborough. Okay, he's P4. What's going on with Bill Yarborough? He needs to get up there a little farther there, but okay, there's a lap car in front of him. I see. But that Obama, there goes that man. At 54, when he shows up for a race, he's got great skills, man. I mean, qualifying up front, I can do that. Qualifying 6th or 7th, I can roll up slowly. He really does read a race very well, as good as anybody I've ever raced against.
So you can see there on the left side, the car it's about to be in second place is a default blue. There on the right side is what it's supposed to look like, the Dairy Queen Firebird. Ed Finley just whipped up for the Bandit.
There goes the lap car down. I think it was Bob Dixon.
Chet Barkin.
Broadcast quality is heck second to none. Great job.
Hey, thanks guys. It's been a blast learning all this stuff.
Well, me and Jim were the first at FSB to try to mess with broadcasting. Of course, he did all the brain work, but it's just like when we started this league, and the connections were like not very good. A lot of blinkers out there.
Jim's asking who took 2 tires, and I think the answer is everybody in front of Slim Jim is on either 2 or none. I don't think Francis stopped on the caution. I know wait, didn't Doucette take 2 and then go back in? Maybe Doucette took 2 by accident.
Well, now Bill's up to second, and he might. Is Francis?
Francis is the leader. Yeah, 00 is the leader.
Francis Dittman, Indy 500 winner. Jim, who's on here right now, we're probably going to ruin his good mood here because that was his race and he blew the pit stop. And, he's going to go, heck with you, Milt. Thanks for reminding me, but Francis won that race. The Indy 500 is about who crosses the start and finish line. He executed, and me and Jim did not, and he won that race. That's how races are won or lost, and he won it. See what he does here.
And we got Francis leading them to green in the inset there and riding on board with Slim Jim as he works through these cars with 2 tires, no tires. Oh, Jonathan Jones is loose again off 2. Oh, no.
And that's a big one.
That is a big one, and we had a front row seat there with Slim Jim Gately in the 23 Slim Jim machine. Definitely a favorite to win this race, led most of the way so far, and he is retired.
So you got 2 tires. That didn't work out well, I think, for those 2 tire guys. But now what do you do? If you got 4 tires, you stay out and get track position. Don't like 2 tires very much, personally. Never seen, unless it's at the end of the race and that's your last hurrah, then you pull the trigger. But in the middle of the race, track position is not as important as keeping your car clean. It's all about keeping yourself clean, and especially when you see a trend. And first race of the season, just seeing a lot of wrecking, and so you got to avoid that. Of course, a lot of guys had no choice.
Here we got the replay here. What happened with 77 restarting on the inside line there, a lap down after that heavy rear end damage he received in the pit road incident. And I see he's getting it going there on the cold tires. It just took off on him. Tried to stab the brakes.
I made first contact.
We were on board with you when you made that contact, actually. That was a hard lick.
That wasn't a love tap. That was a hard lick.
Tired on the spot. Oh man, some big names out in that wreck. And the earlier ones. This is wide open.
It is. It's the...
Gotta say, it's favoring Isaac Johnson right now, though.
You can't write this stuff, I mean, it's going to happen the way it's going to happen,
Did one of you guys pick me?
You know what? We got so busy, just, first race of the season, blabbing away. We almost missed the start. We didn't get to pick anybody.
Okay. Definitely. Well, I don't have to be mad at anybody then.
No, I mean, now I don't believe in the broadcaster jinx anymore because we didn't pick any of y'all, and you're still wrecking.
I swear. Like a magnet.
If there's a silver lining, it's that I think if you're in this for the championship haul, I think all of your favorites to repeat after last season have been involved in something tonight. I mean, where's the 9? Where's Ken Hansen?
Well, that's what the fans want to see. They want to see somebody else win.
When I saw him getting a little jiggy up there, and I almost shot down to the apron side of the track, and then I decided to go ahead and follow the draft and mistake. You know how it is. You got a 50-50 shot when you see something like that happen.
Exactly, and you always second guess yourself if it turned out wrong, but it was a coin flip.
But that thought crossed my mind, man. I mean, just a split second, I was thinking to take it down low, and then I thought, no, let me take it back up, and boom, it's over.
Oh, there you go. Jim Ray puts the
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you can blame Jim, which I'm sure he's used to.
Well, he always picks you or the 52. 52
I
Yeah,
thought
52 ain't even here tonight, man.
The 52 now.
52's not here tonight, but then you have the 25 out there in your old car, and that was confusing the daylights out of me.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to paint that guy a car.
Yeah.
There cannot be but one Slim on the track. I mean, you guys don't need no more than one of them.
Step yourself into a wrecked Slim Jim. Well, you know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
This is true.
You is the nail, brother.
How much of a head start? How much of a head start did you get, Milty?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't count, you know, because that would ruin my good time, you know.
All right.
Well,
the lights are out on the pace car.
Halfway through the race, we saw some really good battling there before the carnage, and so we see the potential of the racing, the two wide racing. Slim, talk about some of that. You guys started to get to going there, and it started looking pretty good, man. So we expect some more of that.
Yeah, I mean, it had kind of a green flag feel after we got past those two first cautions, and man, I never saw that coming. But fun. I think I saw Shawn posting the forum about having a lot of fun. I mean, you can go 2-3 wide here, and
absolutely, this is one of my favorite track and setup combos we run.
Yep, it's a fun track for sure.
Yeah, it's
you gotta make your Slim Jim, and you know, you want to hang out or you gotta chill.
I've already logged off the server, so I'm probably just gonna go downstairs and watch a little TV and fall asleep on the couch.
Well, make sure you watch the broadcast tomorrow, bro.
Oh, that'll be the first thing I do in the morning.
Excellent.
Cup of coffee.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot for what you guys are doing, man. Appreciate it. And I don't know if Jim Ray heard me a while ago, but shout out to him.
All right, thanks, Slim.
He's repaired, so.
Pace car's off, and Bandit leads him to the green flag once again.
All right, guys.
Followed by Billy Arbor. All right, take care, Slim.
Yep, see it. Jeff Havoc in the 101. That thing is beat to heck.
Yeah, I think he's been in a couple of the wrecks so far. Not of his doing either. That's just
exactly,
bad luck. Woo! Francis got a little wiggly there. We're gonna go 3 wide into turn 3. Let's see if this sticks.
That car is gonna be really hard to drive with no downforce for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a candidate for what I was talking about before with putting stability control on if you just want to log lap.
Yeah. That's, you know, great thinking.
It's hard to pass with that on, but if your car is junk anyway, you're not going to be passing anybody.
Absolutely. Look at this gaggle.
And I said it before, that 72 Isaac Johnson, he smells opportunity with a lot of the big dogs out of this race. As we see, TG Reese in the 53. TG ate some wall there off turn 2. That is not going to help the aerodynamic characteristics of that Skull Bandit machine.
Diamond Dave Simons starting to, hey, what about me all of a sudden?
Yeah, it was a big move off turn 4 there. It looks like Ryan Johnson's thinking about making it 3 wide up the middle, thinks better of it, and attaches to Pop's bumper into turn 1. You see, there's what you were talking about before, though. Many different entry lines into turn 1, but then they all got to come together off turn 2 on the backstretch. There's about 4 or 5 ways you can enter this place, but only 2 you can get off.
Yeah, Jim Ray said counting slows him down. It definitely, he saw the man, the myth, the legend at Long Beach. Of course, you know, I slept all the way home while he drove, so.
That sounds like it's pretty typical there. We're getting a low entry into turn 1 this time as Isaac Johnson has taken the lead officially here. Cody Dawson behind him. Francis
looks like the 0-2 is kind of backed off a little bit and let a couple cars by. And now he was working the eye line. Now he's, let's see what he does here. Now he's going back to the low line.
And you can see the Bandit there is fallen back. Those no tires or whatever strategy he's on there, catching up with him.
Car we haven't mentioned tonight, Ryan Johnson.
Oh, Isaac falling back. Oh,
Isaac
hit that wall hard.
That was a hard lick. Was that dead? They got him? Caution's definitely got to be out, and it is. Or is it?
Looks
They're
like
still
Cody.
racing hard.
let's see here what happened.
Okay, caution is out.
Looks like Cody had the line, maybe. Just my opinion, and 72 came down a little bit.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, he was up to his door panel for sure.
Yeah, looks like they just both tried to occupy the same piece of track, and
Yeah, a little bit of each, right?
did not work out well for the 72. So, yeah, that's what I get for a retroactive pick rather there, and saying that this looked like Isaac Johnson's race to lose. Well, stuff like that happens, and now we're
I
back to
won't
wide
tell him
open.
if you don't tell him. You jinxed him.
That was a hard lick to the left side of the car. Thank goodness for, safer barriers and the fact that this ain't real.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I saw it on delay. Trying to digest. Yeah, I mean, there was a hole there, but at the same time, there wasn't. So, the Ayrton Senna said, if you're a racing car driver and you see a hole and you don't go for it, then you're no longer a race car driver.
I like that.
But I don't know.
Well, let's ride on board with Cody here and see how it
let's
looks.
see. Yeah, exactly. Because there was a lane there, but it was really close.
Yeah, I kind of have to
Easy
agree
to
with
say
Dan's
from
assessment
here,
here. Because if you look at the dark area,
Okay, here
that
we
indicates the racing grooves, the two grooves we've been talking about. You can see it looks like Isaac's moving up there. Yeah, Cody's definitely there before the entry, and then he's on the bottom of the groove when the contact is made. So it's really hard to assign fault, and we don't do that from up in the booth for that reason.
And we have no authority of anything.
Exactly.
It's easy to second guess. So, we won't. But we move on.
It's bad enough second guessing yourself the next day after something like that happens.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Man, I do that.
I mean, heck, this week alone, this opening week, I've been in 3 races and I've led the most laps in all 3 of them, and I won only 1. So sitting there kicking myself over the other 2 rather than celebrating the one that I did. That's how it is. You always remember, the things you did wrong rather than things you did right, and you dwell on those. And you should be building on the successes.
I think you did
We'll
pretty
take
good, though.
this-
Didn't you
we'll
get a
take this-
2nd and a 7th out of those other 2?
Yeah, I did. But you know me.
Yeah,
You know me. If I could have won, I want the damn win. You know?
You're awful hard on yourself,
I
Yeah.
am. I am
Young-
the hardest
yeah, young
person on
fella.
myself.
Right to you.
But we'll take this opportunity to
Mention our
plug
sponsor, Budweiser.
Budweiser, the king of beers, and be right back.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, it's a good first week. You got to put it in perspective, and yeah, Jim, you are correct, as well as Dan. That's what I've learned over the season. I've had seasons I started out and I thought I was just toast after the first 3 races. I thought I was just turning laps, and they ended up being some of my best seasons. And I've had great ones all year that fell apart at the end. So that's racing, as they say. Yeah, all you can do is do what you can. Yeah.
Yep. Like a Mark DeSenza, give it to him. He was really mad at when he got wiped out there at the beginning, and he's still hanging in there, getting his points.
Yeah, he is. What position is he running in now? There, I'm looking for him on the standings grid. Why can't I find him? Because I'm looking for number 6. That's why. There he is. He's 18th right now. So yeah, he's logging the laps.
Yeah, a couple people have dropped, including myself, right? So. It won't be the worst points night for him.
Yeah, yourself and Slim, those are always 2 strong contenders in this championship.
I would have run, but 4th gear, just 3rd gear, no, I couldn't do it to myself.
No, you can't run around this place in 3rd gear. You're going to blow up in about... Yeah, but before you have to pit again, that thing's going to blow on you.
Totally, and I thought of shifting down when the 4th went, but that would have spun my wheels and caused the big accident, but I caused the big accident anyways.
Well... Mechanical failure, that's one of those things where you can't even really call it anyone's fault. It's just one of those things that happens. Now, everybody barrels in there on those starts. You're counting on not only your own equipment, but the equipment of the guy in front of you. And yours might fail, his might fail. That's just how it goes. I mean, hell, I've had engines blow under caution. I had an engine blow, and the jack stand dropped at Pocono, and the engine blew on as soon as the wheels hit the pavement. Boom. Yeah, I think you were there for that one. I think that was an FSB Cup race or something.
Yeah, one time I placed a little ahead of you for once.
Yeah, right. One time.
You remember that one time in band camp, right?
That one time in band camp? when Dan Jones beat me?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's great. I couldn't have come up with something like that. That's a Danism right there.
There you go. Got to get a little Canadian flavor in there.
Absolutely.
And Jim Ray's asking what my favorite series is. So I think you're looking at it. This was my favorite one to run. But with the whole left when Bernardo disappeared, I wanted to keep the broadcasts going. Keep it going as a recruitment tool, and spread the love, get it out there, and so far it's been working. Because look at that, we got, the first season we did this as the Pace Car Duck sophomore, about to go green again here with Cody Dawson leading them back.
Yeah, well,
first season we did this.
On that. Yeah,
first season we did this. You see that scoring ticker up top? I was thinking, man, I shouldn't have put 20 spots up there. We're only getting 12 cars, 14 cars. Makes us look bad having that blank spot up there. But after we did this for a season...
Oh, no.
There we go.
Oh, and everybody threads the needle. There we go.
Nice save. Yeah, but now look at that. Now we're actually overflowing that, and I've been considering putting a 5th column up.
2 drivers that are very... Oh, boy, that's close. Very the same. Rick Pisconer and Bill Yarbrough. Both kind of the watcher kind of guys that keep their car clean, keep it up close to front, and then try to make a move here. But Dave Simons is in their way right here.
Yeah, Diamond Dave Simons asserts his authority and takes the lead here. He's another one smelling opportunity here. Have we got him in victory lane on a Friday night before? I need to check the forum archive on that. I don't know if he's picked up a win yet.
You're asking me for...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Memory?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think
he's a pretty good driver indeed.
But he pushes up high. Now
ooh, we're fanning out. Rick Pisconer has to back off to keep off his rear end. Cody Dawson pushing pops hard down the backstretch there, getting that 99 moving forward.
Well, we talked talked for years about Bisconnor, starting later than a lot of these guys, but now he's not a
I hear
rookie
tires
anymore.
squealing
He's
somewhere.
a veteran.
I could have sworn I heard tires chirping, but I don't see anybody around.
Tripping, bro.
Oh, maybe someone kicked it sideways and caught it. Who knows?
What? Who's that guy in that Napa car, which is not his colors? Maybe he needs to start running that. Pops Martin's up there duking it out.
It's red for me.
Come on, Pops.
That's the red rocket on my screen. He's got a red default Thunderbird for me.
OGR. Old guys rule.
There you go. I'll give you one for that.
Ding. Pops Markson just seemed to be dialed in all night, but every time you talk about a guy, you never know what's going to happen. Broadcast drinks or whatever, but here we go. Ken Hansen still kind of doing what he do, and right in that mix too.
Hey, Ken Hansen, another one smelling opportunity tonight. You know he wants that championship. He wants it so bad he can taste it.
He's done everything but that, and he's right there, and everybody knows how good he is and what he's capable of. He just hasn't completed the deal. It's like, as Mark DeCenza, but Mark knows what this guy can do. It's a huge opportunity for him. But then again, you don't want the 3-car to get challenged, because when he gets challenged, then he starts to rip off wins and great finishes.
All right, looking at the forum, Dave Simons does have one Winston Cup victory to his credit. We probably broadcasted that too, and I just don't remember.
Well, there's a lot of them,
There've been a lot of them. We've got, what's this now, the 4th full season we've done it for? 5th?
I don't know, but it's sure a lot of fun.
It is. I
can't wait for it.
I didn't know what to expect, and I wouldn't have been able to dive into it without you, Milty. And looks like the 6 of John Doucette is around off turn 4. That should bring out the caution. Hard hit for the 6 car, the Dodge Avenger.
Yeah, it's such a great race.
Yeah, he led early on, looked good, looked strong.
Those are always the things you need to focus on when you have it. It doesn't come out your way. You look at the positives. When things are out of your control, then they're out of control. Make a mistake, you work on it.
I'm afraid he may have had a little bit of help. As he was 68, Chet Barkin gets a little bit of apron, slides up and just kisses the left rear quarter panel of the 6 car, and around he goes. That's all it takes at a track like this. It's just you're on razor's edge going around these corners, and little bump, and away she goes. Tough break
it looks
for the
like
6 car.
Chet got the apron a little bit, so
yeah,
just tagged it.
So once you get the apron, the car pushes up, and can't really help it.
Yeah, basically what that does is it takes any wedge that's in the car and takes it right back out. And, yeah.
Down pit road, we got Bill Yarborough, the real tree car. He's out for bear tonight. I'm telling you what.
We're going to have less than 20 to go to finish this, so... Guys, Dave Simons overshoots his pit, has to back up, then pull forward again. That's going to cost him tons of track position. Tons of track position loss for him there. So I think if I'm him at this point, I'm going to switch to a fuel strategy, because we're going to have under 20 to go, and that's about the... Was it about 18 around here?
Oh, contact coming out of pit road. sideways. Him and Cody Dawson, slow speed, so should be no damage, but very exciting. Spinning the tires, getting sideways. The old man is out for bear here. I don't think so, young fella.
Well, see, Ken Hansen was in his box a little cockeyed there, and he had to get around, and then Cody had 109 coming down on him. Everybody, that's a no harm, no foul situation there. I think we're all good.
I'm so impressed with Cody Dawson. Instantly, I'm a big fan. Watching how he's managed this race, he's a consummate pro. Wherever he's raced before, he knows what the heck he's doing. That's the real deal. Pro sim racing, FSB racing. Hard to win here. I've never won Friday night in all my years. Hard to do.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to notch 9 of them, and the first one was about as excited as I've ever been in a sim race.
It is. It's probably not the, Pro Cup is and FSB is the
traditional
hardest car to drive. It's the way harder to drive than these cars.
Absolutely, but this is the night everyone wants. This is Friday night.
But this is Friday night, man. It's televised,
Friday night, broadcasted. Everybody wants these races. Big fields.
They
Classic
get to
cars,
talk to
classic
you
tracks.
guys at the end.
Yeah,
or back in the day, Milt and Greg,
heads,
or Jim and Milt.
Remember that? Remember that
Talking
Coca-Cola
heads.
commercial, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's my boy there, Pop Smartson. Just love this guy.
By the way, Milt,
taking like the Energizer Buddy, man.
Milt, you're listed as having won 6 races on Winston Cup Series, by the way.
What?
You're on the list there. You're right under Isaac Johnson, Milt Minter Jr., 6 races. And yeah, you.
Oh, those were road races. That's right.
Okay. Yeah, you, Ken Hansen, Ken Shea, Isaac Johnson, and
That
Texas
was
Nation.
TV, though.
And Texas
That's
Nation
right.
are all tied at 6.
TV race. That's right.
Okay, you didn't get the broadcast race. Yeah, that was another one of the things that inspired me to try and pick up the broadcasting, is because you guys
That's pretty good.
you guys stopped broadcasting right when I started winning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the state of the art, the way it is now, it's really cool to watch.
And I got the idea for the multi-camera thing from when those other guys broadcast that Pro Cup race I won. I saw they had the second camera for pit stops, and they were really underutilized that. And I thought, hey, they've got a great idea that they're not taking advantage of. Let me figure out how they did that. And once I was going down that rabbit hole, it was on. Jonathan Jones checking in from Facebook says, well, I managed to wreck half the field. Good job, me. Jonathan, you had a wrecked car. It's tough to hold on to at an aero-dependent track. Don't get so down on yourself. You were a victim of circumstances to get that damage. Shake it off. Come back next week. Meanwhile, pace car is off, and Francis Dittman's going to lead him to the green again with 19 laps to go here.
Yeah.
Actually, 18 at the line.
Absolutely, I would concur for sure. Keep a stiff upper lip there, Jonathan.
There isn't anybody on this track in this booth watching this thing who's done this and hasn't been that guy.
Wow, I mean,
you know, Isaac Johnson bouncing back.
The entire field.
Isaac Johnson, look at that after that.
Yeah, he's feeling himself. Feeling in the building.
Feeling himself.
Feeling himself. Get some, young fella.
Yeah, even after that solid smack to the wall he took before, he's up there and on a mission.
The pro, the veteran, Bill Yarbrough, he knows what's going on with the 72 here. He likes that high line, but now he goes down low. This is a good passing opportunity, and he's got the move.
Yeah, but now he's down low on cold tires.
Takes the great move. Bill Yarbrough gets
That's not easy to do, and the tires aren't fully warmed up yet. Sometimes it just wants to whip around on the bottom, but he held it tight.
Well, the thing is, well, he doesn't remind me of myself because I think he's actually better in his stock car than I am. But he stood back there and watched these restarts and watched over and over again and slowly decided what he could do. A lot of times, you know, I mean, you have memory of what the track is like the last time you ran it, if you ran it before, but you can't bring that up just out of nowhere. Well, some guys can. Those are the great ones, but like David Gustil and Matt Watkins, Rick Johnson.
Yeah, those Matt Watkins, Rick Johnson types, they are a walking encyclopedia of the characteristics and
you can bring
trends
that
of a track.
But, he's worked at it throughout this race. Like Dan Jones, same kind of driver, I would say, when he has that night where he can slowly work it and stay in that top 5, 6, and then make his move and then challenge the track. Okay, and now I know. Now I know where I can make my move.
Yep, gotta have the car there at the finish.
Yeah, you learn a lot that way, though, right? You're following people's lines and see what they're doing to make a difference. Like last night, that was so the case.
Exactly. Some guys can that just truck bring race. It out of nowhere, but I know I can't. You know, I gotta watch. You know.
Yeah, that truck race. I gotta study that truck race over and over again, and figure out just how Mark DeSenza was carrying so much speed through the middle of 1 and 2. That's where he was killing me, even with that little bit of right side damage. Once he got by me with one of those turn 1 and 2 runs, I couldn't get back to him because I was better in 3 and 4, but I couldn't do anything with it coming off 4.
So what are we looking at? We got to stop one more time, or are we good for?
I think we're good to the finish.
Yeah, if that's the case and it goes green, Isaac took 2 tires.
Whoa.
Oh, he's loose on entry there. Yeah, if Isaac took 2 tires and he's got some aero damage, that's going to start biting him in the long run. He's looking for another caution.
I mean, what he's looking for is to put on a show and race for the win or go home.
True.
He's not going to run all season.
And to give you one for the bird.
We know what a great talent he is.
Yeah.
And he's going to put on a show and win or lose or crash. I mean,
the young bull and the old bull story.
Absolutely.
Coming to the line, we will have 11 to go.
Once again, this dude in the 93, this guy's a stud. Like Bear Bryant used to say, like he told Joe Namath.
There he goes.
There's the stud right there.
No, he's got him beat.
See a guy like that, instantly, this guy's got skills, man. We got lap traffic.
Yeah, the Rocket DeSenza getting out of the way there in that 3 car. He knows he's junked.
That guy in the 72 with a beat-up car, They got some Durabond on the thing or whatever the heck they call it.
Yeah, good thing his dad's an auto body guy.
Yep.
Ryan Johnson, speaking of which, is right there behind Ken Hansen, trying to work with Isaac on the high line. Looks
now,
like
what can
Ken hangs him
Cody
out.
do with Bill Yarbrough, the veteran?
Well, he can't do it alone, whatever he's going to try and do. He's going to need someone to
Here
go with him.
comes
And
the 59 on the outside.
Wow.
well, Isaac almost ran
Isaac
right up
looking-
his rear
yep.
end.
Takes the wind right
boy.
off your tail.
Absolutely, coming out of the corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think 93 can do anything without some help, and if that help's got to come from Isaac,
Here
I
comes
don't know if
number
he's
9.
going to get it after their earlier
I
contact.
don't think that.
Here comes Dave
the
and Ken.
9. Ken Hansen. We haven't.
And Dave Simmons.
It's been 30 minutes since we even mentioned the 9 car. Have we even mentioned him all
We
night?
haven't talked about him all night about this being an opportunity for him, and this is exactly what he's looking for. Right now, if I'm Ken Hansen, yeah, I want to win this race, but I also don't want to fall out of the top 5.
Ken Soska is going to be good, absolutely.
Here comes Dog looking on Isaac now.
Jim Ray's cheering for Seabiscuit. I don't know, who is Seabiscuit?
Biscuit.
Sconer.
Yeah, that was a horse, back in the day.
I know that, but I'm not talking about who in the field is Seabiscuit. I guess Bisconer is Biscuit. Yeah.
Takes on Dave. His tires still hanging in there.
They are for now, but it's gonna really start to compound on him
The
as
outside
laps go
line
by.
the outside gets a great run, but now we see the draft on the inside. Simon's without the draft, kind of got hosed there.
Yeah, I tell you who's loving this though is 54 Bill Yarbrough. He's like, you boys just keep going at it as hard as you can back there.
I don't know where.
John the Dog Palmer, where did he come from?
Where did he come from? Are you kidding me?
Now there's someone we haven't talked about all night.
AMC Spirit is kicking some butt here. And now
Let's get on board with that dog.
Dog told we texted before like Monday before the chicken run, and he was like, Monster, I'm going to be ready for this race. I'm going to be ready for Friday night, and kind of
he
forgot
wasn't
about
lying.
that, and he wasn't lying, and he's right there.
I hope this goes green all the way, you guys. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, we're fixing for a barn burner here, folks. 'Cause next time by will be 5 to go, and Bill Yarbrough is... he's going to make them work to get around him. He's saying, if you guys want to get by me, you got to go to the outside, folks.
You got to defend now.
Yeah, you can't block until 2 to go, but it's not blocking to take a different line
No,
that
you pick
forces
one
them to go
line
around
and
you.
you defend.
Yep, you think Kim Kardashian has a big butt.
Absolutely. Yeah, boy, did.
Oh, someone's around. Someone is around.
That's Rick Pisconer.
This is
No,
it.
it's McQueen. This is it.
This is for the win right here.
Caution flag is out.
Come on, Bill. My buddy, man, we texted. Oh, we got battles.
Isaac gets a bit of the apron.
Ken Hansen's going in under Cody.
Come on,
I
Bill.
think he's got him.
Well,
I think he's got P2. Maybe.
Nope, gonna be
It's
tough.
going down, down,
There it
down,
is.
down.
There it is. Good run.
They take the caution with 4 to
Doc
go.
Palmer just off the top 3.
Take the caution with 4 to go. That is going to end the race,
Are you
folks.
kidding me? Still a great finish, even though we'd like to see it under green, but they got the race back to the line.
Look
And
at
Bill
that.
Yarbrough with the win.
Isaac Johnson, 4th place.
That
Wow.
boy, Bill.
Damaged car,
Isaac's
2
still
tires.
bad. Yeah, no kidding.
Well, here we can take a look and see what happened to the 95 of Young Will Farmer in that McQueen machine. And he got a little help there from Diamond Dave Simons. Hard left front hit to that wall. I think McQueen He just started the plot to Cars 3 there with that one.
Well, Will is still trying. He's got great talent. He's so young. I mean, if I was sim racing at his age, I was so immature. As a kid, at 16 years old, I mean, his maturity and I mean, his dad and mom did a great job on him, but he just hasn't gotten that. We can see the skills. It just hasn't happened.
Well, Friday night is the toughest one to win.
It is. Heck yeah, it is.
This is one of the toughest. Pro Cup and this are just, yeah. It are tough ones to get. So it's coming, but he's won himself some FSB Cup races and some Super Speedway series. I don't think he's pulled off the truck win quite yet, but that's coming too, I'm sure.
But, he wants to get that Friday.
Everybody wants the Friday win. And Bill Yarborough has got it. As long as that car makes a couple laps under caution here without blowing up.
We get an interview from Bill.
Yeah, the elusive Bill Yarborough.
He's been elusive. I hope he gives us an interview. Well, we always text each other about road racing. He's a huge road racing fan and a heck of a stock car driver here too. But
I didn't see Dog pull ahead of Isaac there, so a mistake on the fourth place for Isaac. He got fifth.
Way to go, Dog.
Unreal. I snuck right by him.
Heck of a run for Dog in that 108 car.
Well, perseverance, and we didn't even. He just wasn't in the picture. He wasn't in the wrecks, and he wasn't up front. He was just like right back behind there. That first run where the pack separated, the first green run, he was not to be found, and pit stops and staying out of trouble, and then timely cautions.
Just like we said before, where did he come from?
Absolutely.
He was working them hand controls and biding his time, missing the wrecks, and brought it home with a solid finish.
Yeah, him and the 72 kind of did the old stock car bump and pass. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Dog does have a little bit of rear end damage. Look at that. His spoiler is not straight.
I mean, I'm telling you what, right now, I know this guy, and we talk a lot via text, and been friends for a while, and he's going to be so freaking excited for this finish,
Yeah, his back end's slightly banged up. Front end looks good, and that's probably what his saving grace was there. If the nose is clean, you can do a little more with it. We'll run through this order real quick. Bill Yarborough takes your win in the 54.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Cody Dawson with that strong second place finish, in contention all night long there. Ken Hansen gets that podium finish to start the season. Yeah, good start to his championship campaign. He was not looking forward to this track. He doesn't like it because he considers it a super speedway, and there you go, third place finish. So good run there. John the Dog Palmer, we already talked about him with that Kevin Harvick out of nowhere kind of run to the top 5, brings it home fourth. Isaac Johnson battles back from some damage after being a strong contender to bring it home fifth place. Rick Musconer 6th, Ryan Johnson, Francis Dittman, Pops Markson, Bill Farmer, series sponsor, also bouncing back from some adversity there, brings it home a solid 10th place. T.G. Reese, after catching some wall, brings it home 11th. Rick Castle, Ed Fowler, and Will Farmer, you saw, got tagged for that last caution, credited with 14th place there. Bob Dixon, we didn't talk about him much after getting caught up in the first wreck there, but he perseveres to a 15th place finish. Jeff Habbock as well. He hit everything but the lottery out there. He's in 16th place in the 101 car. John Doucette, another late wreck, 17th. Diamond Dave Simons falls all the way back to 18th. Mark DeSenza made the laps and brings it home 19th, but under this point system it's the same as 15th, but he still hung in there to get what he could. Keith Cordier, after all the problems he ran into, he brings it home 20th in the 25 car. And next week, Jim Ray is asking us where we're going. We're going to Pikes Peak. That's a fun little track. They don't run anymore in the truck series, but we keep it alive here in FSB. Kind of a D oval, a little flatter than the other ones though. We should be coming around to the checkered flag here for 54, Billy Arbor. There is checkered flag in the air. We'll see if he parks it in that victory lane in between pit road and the track. Well, Dan, not the finish you were looking for to the night, especially after the strong run Tuesday, but got to see them put on a show instead.
Yeah, it's all fun, and sometimes I usually get really discouraged on that, but I had some fun in the broadcast booth tonight instead.
Well, definitely appreciate you joining us, helping us out here as always.
Okay, well, I talked to Billy Arbo. He's coming up in a minute, so I gave him some,
some incentive
stuff.
That is the power.
He's a good dude, man.
That's the power of Milt Minter Jr., people.
Yeah, so we'll get the rest of these guys up in a few. Here, be back.
Awesome. So yeah, there you have it, folks. A bit of a wreckfest to start, but we finished with some good racing there. Always some first week jitters when we come back to a big field on a Friday night. My big takeaways from this is a bad start to some serious championship contenders with Mark DeSenza and Slim Jim Gately both having problems there, finishing with the minimum 5 or I guess 6 points for Slim Jim because he led a lap. Ken Hansen definitely had the night he was looking for. Yeah, so did Rick Pisconer. Another one you can't keep can't count out there in the championship run down the finish here. We got Milt Minter going down there and rounding up our podium finishers for us.
What's up, broadcast booth?
Hey, Cody Dawson is already up here with us. Great run out there. You were looking strong all night. Came up just a little bit short there. What did you need besides a little help to get by the 54 at the end?
A little help. That's it.
That's kind of what I thought.
Nobody was working with me, so made it work.
Yeah, we saw that there, and still a good strong finish. Was this your first Friday night race here with us?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. There you go, a debut.
Good job,
second
Cody.
Place finish. That's one of the best debuts we've seen.
Yeah, the top line was trying to get around me all race, and then when I tried to go up there, just nobody was having it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've
Shawn
experienced that a few times.
Okay, here we go. We
got a party.
We have a party officially now with
Billy Arbro, your winner. What a great run, Bill.
Good job, Bill.
Thank you.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
Well,
Excellent.
I was just talking about, me and Dan both were talking about how you assess the race and then stayed up front there. And then when you made your move, that was a great pass.
You had to stay up front, stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. Well, I've seen you do both where you'll qualify or don't qualify. But tonight you really had it dialed in, and so what was the setup like? It looked like you dealt with it pretty good. It was once you got a few laps, then it, you know, definitely dialed in.
Yeah, the setup, so it's very neutral. It's easy to drive.
Yeah, that was how I felt with it too on Tuesday. Just a little bit loose on the bottom on cold tires, but warm them up and it's a Cadillac.
Yeah, after the first turn on the restart, you're good to go.
I was definitely tight in traffic though, and to save that right front because I killed it in the beginning. That's why I dropped back so far.
Yeah, this is one where you can go hard and get some positions at the start of a run, but you better back off after that because you make those tires angry. While the tire wear isn't particularly a problem, the heat will start you costing you the maneuverability towards the end there.
The dreaded aero push.
Yeah, the aero push is definitely real if you don't treat those things right. So Ken, yeah, strong run for you too. Did you get up and lead a lap at all today, or were you just?
No, I treat this like a super speedway. I'm just happy to finish.
That's what I was saying in the broadcast too, and yeah, you definitely mission accomplished there. You had to definitely sense an opportunity with some strong championship contenders falling out early. So definitely the start to the season you were looking for there. You intended to run the full 12 races and give it another shot for a championship?
Oh, you know it, for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely a strong start to that. And we confirmed there before you got up here, Milty, this was indeed Cody's first Friday night run, so debuting with a second place.
Well, you know, just
great job,
so impressed. Definitely a great run. Not used to driving with all these drivers, and obviously you've raced and you got skills and experience. Looking forward to see you run in the future here for sure.
Yeah, man, I had a good time. Like I said, I just had a little bit more help. Could have made that a race to the end. I don't know, but also like to apologize to Isaac. Took him out there halfway through the race, but it was one of those things where he just kept coming down, and I just couldn't get down any further.
Yeah, it looked like you kind of both went for the same piece of real estate, and we'll just leave it at that, and leave the rest to review. But yeah, no, that definitely wasn't something that either one of you were looking for. But he was still strong there. He was coming back. Maybe the damage kept him from being able to stay up there, but
for sure,
he gave it a strong run. Still finished fifth. And
you had to lift in the corners if you were in the draft, because if you didn't lift just a little bit, it would start pushing on you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not truly a super speedway. The lift is definitely important, not only for handling, but for that tire management, as we mentioned. And we see that series admin Ryan Johnson has indeed updated the points. And of course, Billy Arbo, your point leader there by 3 over Cody Dawson, and Ken Hansen 5 points back there. So, you going to run the full season too, Bill?
I doubt it.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it with summer.
That is a tough thing. Summer, a lot of family obligations and events come up. So we were happy to see 20 some odd cars tonight. Great turnout for everybody.
Absolutely.
Francis, I see you snuck in there.
That was a typical Bill Yarborough race for me to watch. I mean, it was just very scientific and knew exactly where he wanted to start. You kind of followed, and then when you made your move, it was like I've seen over the years many times. That was if I would have, you know, we were kind of screwed up there at the beginning. So, but if I'd had to pick, it would have been you. But then I probably would have jinxed you. So.
Yeah, there were no broadcaster jinxes this time around because we were so busy blabbing. We almost missed the start, and we didn't get to pick anybody.
Yeah, everybody was just having so much fun.
So you see, we didn't pick Slim, and he wrecked. We didn't pick Hale, and he wrecked. We didn't pick DeSenza, and he wrecked. So I declare the broadcaster jinx null and void. We can just keep picking with no guilt. We know it was going to happen anyway. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I second that motion.
We got 11 races left.
Season?
I third it.
Yeah, I was about to say, Francis snuck in here. Man, you know, for some reason your car downloaded on the laptop, but didn't download on the desktop. So you're in a default in one view, and in your Dairy Queen Fire Chickens in the other view.
And we want ice cream.
And we want ice cream, Dan.
Definitely.
Oh man.
Sponsor plugging. Listen, guys, thanks everybody for joining us up here. I'm gonna wrap this show up here. Thanks as always, my partner Milt Shawn Jr., My teammate Dan Jones for joining us after falling out there. Thanks for joining us in the booth there. Our podium finishers with Ken Hansen, Cody Dawson, and Bill Yarbo, your race winner. Thanks, as always, series admin Ryan Johnson, our sponsors, the Farmer Family, Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware everybody's going to be running for this summer. Series promoter and owner Sam Young, we always thank you for all you do and getting us organized, kicking us off for season 34. And of course, our founder Jim Ray joining us in the chat tonight. We appreciate what you started.
Cool.
Hope we continue on with your legacy here, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight. And everybody there in the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch chat, thanks for joining us. For Milt Munter Jr., for Dan Jones, I'm Sean Reap. Sign off. Good night.